proposing in the Bitcoin Act that we purchase roughly 200,000 Bitcoin a year just by converting money we already have into Bitcoin.
Wouldn't it be fun if the U.S. is buying Bitcoin and it scares China and Russia so they start buying Bitcoin, and we have an arms race over Bitcoin instead of over weapons?
One of the biggest FOMC events of the year is happening today as the Fed charts the path forward for the year with the new president residing over. Are we about to go turbo bullish, or is there more pain to come if it doesn't go well? Plus, are other countries about to create their own Bitcoin strategic reserves to compete with the United States? This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, not financial advice, and wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Alright guys, big day today with FOMC, the first FOMC of the new year, and also the first big FOMC with President Trump as the residing president over the FOMC. So we'll have to see if what he said earlier last week that he wants rates to come down, if that's going to have any merit into the Fed's decision.
The interest rates will come down.
You said that you would demand that the interest rates come down.
Well, I would put in a strong statement.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah.
So we have that going on today. Bitcoin is holding up above $102,000, so it's actually looking decent right now. This is the daily chart. You can see here on the high time frame, this looks like an actual nice level reclaim. If we can hold this level and continue higher, this actually looks really good on the high time frame. So I do like where Bitcoin is sitting right now. You know, when we did have this wick down below $98,000 the other day, we did manage to come back up and still hold above it and close above it on the daily candle. So actually, Bitcoin does look very good. There's a lot of bullish things happening for Bitcoin right now. It just doesn't feel like it because the altcoin market has been getting slaughtered recently while Bitcoin has been holding above $100,000. So it doesn't feel very bullish, especially if you're on Twitter and if you're looking at different timelines. We still have these higher lows forming, so it does look really good on the high time frame. We just have to see what happens today with the FOMC. Actually, we are going to have a video later on after the FOMC to clarify everything that went on. So first off today, we have tomorrow, which is today, will be the most wild day of 2025 for the stock market. Jerome Powell speaks at the FOMC and decides if we get a rate cut or a pause. The market is pricing in a 97% chance of a pause. Then we also have very big earnings. We have Meta or Facebook reporting after the bell, and because of DeepSeek, everyone will be listening for if CapEx guidance is slowing down. And then we also have Microsoft reporting after the bell. Everyone will be listening for CapEx guidance and Azure FY25 growth, and Tesla reports after the bell as well. Elon said they could do 20 to 30% delivery growth this year. Everyone will be listening for if that guidance is stable, and when the new 30K car is coming, when robotaxis launch in California and Texas, and if energy growth continues to be their fastest growing segment. Going to be a massive day, moving hundreds of billions of dollars. So not only do we have FOMC, we also have a lot of big earnings for big companies like Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla as well today. So a lot's going on. Then we have the FOMC rate cut decision will take place at 2 p.m. The market consensus predicts no rate cut with a 99.5% probability. Right after the rate decision, Powell's press conference will start at 2:30 p.m. ET. Here's what I'm expecting. Powell will try to sound neutral, indicating that rate cuts could happen if the economic data favors it, low inflation and high unemployment rate. Initially, there could be a slight pump followed by a correction. I'm expecting more consolidation between 95K and 105K for 1 or 2 more weeks before the crypto market begins its uptrend. Then we also have Mr. Crypto saying, next FOMC meeting is tomorrow, no rate cut expected. The market is only pricing in 1 rate cut for 2025. I think we'll see more rate cuts than that expected this year. I remain bullish. So if we do get more than 1 rate cut, and if they talk about doing any more rate cuts, the market will go crazy. But right now, they're kind of just expecting 1 right now. Then we also have Ali Chart saying the market dumping right before the FOMC meeting feels like manipulation. If the Fed signals a dovish outlook tomorrow, Bitcoin could rally on expectations of looser monetary policy. Still, the Fed is currently expected to keep rates steady at 4.25% to 4.5%, with the CME Fed Watch tool showing a 97.3% probability of no change. Then we also have nearly $1.4 billion in short liquidations is sitting between 106 and 108K, so there's a lot of shorts that would get liquidated if we went up to that level. A lot of bullish news is coming out, but yet Bitcoin is going sideways. I think the crypto market is waiting for the FOMC meeting, which will happen on the 29th of January. In my opinion, first, a sweep below 102K to trap late longs, followed by a short squeeze above a new all-time high is highly likely. This was on January 26th, and so we actually, on January 27th, we had a sweep below 102K, just like you said, actually. We trapped late longs, so we got all the longs out here, and then we're back above. And so we could head now towards the higher levels to take out those $1.4 billion in shorts that he was talking about. And then we also have this. So we shared this clip at the beginning of the video, and we also shared it yesterday that Senator Cynthia Lummis wants the USA to buy 200,000 Bitcoin per year, so over 5 years. So we have 1 million Bitcoin, or about 5% of this total supply.
So I'm proposing in the Bitcoin Act that we purchase roughly 200,000 Bitcoin a year just by converting money we already have into Bitcoin and hold them for 20 years. If we did that with, say, 5% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist, which is roughly 1 million Bitcoin, we could cut our debt in half in 20 years.
And then also, the head of the Czech central bank wants to buy billions of dollars in Bitcoin. The central bank head is pushing to invest 5% of the nation's $146 billion of reserves into Bitcoin. So like I said at the beginning of this video, if the United States is starting to buy more Bitcoin and wants to create a strategic reserve, other countries will follow. This is one that we hadn't even listed before. Initially, we listed, we had China, we had Russia, we had Japan, we had Dubai, the UAE. So we had all these countries who wanted to buy Bitcoin, as well as El Salvador. But now Czech is coming to the race, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other countries as well, because it doesn't really make sense to start publishing that you're going to buy Bitcoin like crazy unless you've already started to buy Bitcoin. So I'm sure they've already started to buy Bitcoin, and then other countries are probably doing the same right now. Maybe they were keeping it quiet, but it makes sense to have strategic reserves of Bitcoin, especially if every other country in the world is doing it as well. You want to put assets in your reserve that other countries want as well. You don't want to put assets that no one cares about in your reserve. You want things that other people want as well. So hopefully Bitcoin continues to surge after all that news, but we've been shopping around and we'll have to see. Then we have Trump's World Liberty Finance bought another 3,191 ETH, or $10 million, and $2.4 million a move in the past 12 hours. The 8 tokens purchased by World Liberty are currently all in a loss, with a total loss of $21.78 million. The biggest loss came from ETH, totaling $14.9 million. Kind of crazy. So not only are you guys and us all feeling the pain of ETH, but also the president is feeling the pain. They're down $15 million. But like I said yesterday when ETH was hovering around here, I expect us to probably come down here and tag this level. Usually you don't hover above a major support without at least testing it for a day. I mean, this wick was a test into it, but the fact that we hovered down lower means that it probably wants to come down to this level. So I do expect us to tag this level around 2,938. Somewhere around here, I do expect us to tag and continue upwards, something like this, where we'll come down. But I imagine it's probably something more similar to this, where we'll kind of like consolidate around here for a little bit, and then we'll continue up much higher. Usually, it doesn't just go, it doesn't just kind of die down and then instantly reverse back up, unless there's some crazy news. But, it's a huge asset, so it takes a lot to move it. But yeah, I imagine us coming back down here for Ethereum. While Sui didn't do an airdrop, other protocols from Mysten Labs did significant airdrops like Deep and NS. There's about to be a Walrus Protocol airdrop, so here's how to prepare. Walrus Protocol is Mysten Labs' next big bet, aimed at revolutionizing the way data is being stored and used globally. It offers core technical innovations that overcome the challenges faced by those earlier protocols like Filecoin, Arweave, and IPFS. Walrus Protocol stores and delivers large data files, including rich media content, audio files, video, images, PDFs, and more, from any Web 2 or Web 3 based source. Walrus's public testnet and its testnet token Wall are served by Sui as the coordination layer. Sui provides a dedicated management architecture for Walrus to store its global state and metadata, offering speedy consensus, composability, and the opportunity to integrate storage into smart contracts on Sui. While Walrus uses Sui as the coordination layer, it's available to be used by any builder, including Ethereum and Solana. Walrus is currently in testnet and headed into mainnet and TGE in Q1 2025. So here's how to prepare for their airdrop. First, deep dive into the Sui ecosystem. Hold Sui, hold Deep, hold Sui NS name, stake your Sui, and hold OG Sui NFTs. Second, participate in Walrus Galaxy Quests. The quests 1 to 2 are closed, but the quest 3 is ongoing. Third, join the Walrus Discord. Fourth, play around on the testnet. Fifth, try and sub to Walrus apps like Tusky. Tusky is a decentralized storage platform like a Dropbox for Web3. And 6, participate in Walrus's meme contest. You can check out Walrus and all their links down below. Then we have Ondo Finance, and they're bringing OUSG to the XRP ledger with Ripple. So Ondo Finance will deploy Ondo short-term US Treasuries, or OUSG, its tokenized US Treasury fund on the XRP ledger, a decentralized Layer 1 blockchain. This deployment is set to go live within the next 6 months. It will bring OUSG to the XOPL broad institutional user base introducing a composable and compliant-first asset to a blockchain built for financial institutions. This integration establishes an avenue for institutional DeFi and advanced cash management solutions, bringing DeFi and traditional finance closer than ever. And then we also have Into the Block, who shared this about a week ago now. One of the leading RWA projects, Ondo Finance, saw a significant spike in daily new active addresses this weekend, with a peak of 1,440 new addresses on Saturday alone. We also have Joshua Jake, who said Ondo is one of the most connected projects to Donald Trump. Global markets are coming. So you can see on the side here, we have Ondo, who is connected to Securitize and Paul Atkins of the SEC. We have Ondo, who is also part of World Liberty Finance, Trump's DeFi project. And then over here, we have Ondo, who is a part of the inauguration party sponsors, in addition to Solana and Sui. So Ondo is very close to the president and probably one of the better bets for altcoins this cycle. We have LA Charts, who also said whales bought 120 million XRP in the recent price dip. So whales are buying Ondo, whales are buying XRP, and then what a coincidence, we have Ondo and XRP coming together. Who would have thought? And then we have Kyron, who says Ondo and XRP. Looks like it's not just Ripple CTO David Schwartz attending Ondo Summit. This is a huge deal for all of the RWA market. XRP Ripple gets access to tokenized RWAs backed by BlackRock and under securitized SEC compliant framework. Ondo gets connection to some of the biggest banks around the world, also further access of OUSG through RLUSD. Don't forget, RLUSD is now arguably the stablecoin with some of the most backing too. We're at a turning point for the RWA markets, all with Ondo and Ripple in the driver's seat. So big things for Ondo and Ripple, and Ondo is actually looking really good. And I actually wanted to long it. Started to take off without me right now, but on that daily time frame, Ondo looks very good. We had a break through this level, so this is the support level here at around $1.27 to around $1.31. This level of support, which has acted as support and resistance, it broke through this level, came back up and reclaimed it, and now it's continuing higher. So this is exactly the setup I like to see on assets, especially on the high time frame on the daily chart. So Ondo is looking very good. I wanted to long it, but it started to take off without me. But I have an alert here. If we do head back down for FOMC later today, I'll try and pick this one up. But this looks like a great setup for me as well. Anything around 133, I'd like to start buying Ondo because it looks great and looks ready for the next leg up back towards $2. At the same time, XRP still looking super strong. Like I shared in the previous videos, I do think we probably either come back up here and we reclaim this level and we go to new all-time highs, or if we do fizzle out and there's a pretty bad FOMC and the market looks bearish, then we probably come back down here to this box around $2.56. So either one of these is good and probably where I take a position. Right now it's kind of hard because, we're kind of in no man's land in the middle. So it's hard to take any long positions or short positions. But if you did want to buy it for the long term, this is probably a decent area because I do see it going above here very soon. Then moving on, we have Rushi, who says their strategic move stockpile. We're proud to be the first altcoin, first modern blockchain platform, and the first alternative VM under the new administration. Move is made in America. So Trump's World Liberty Finance just started buying Move. So Trump is bullish on altcoins, and they're also bullish on Move programming language, and they just bought a bunch of it in the World Liberty Finance wallet. Then we also have Nons, who says, "Are you bearish?" Well, the president of the USA is not. Trump's World Liberty Finance accumulated 1.2 million Move tokens. So they bought a bunch of Move. They bought, $1.85 million worth. And then also, besides Movement Labs, Move is also in talks with Elon Musk's Doge team. So we've been seeing a lot of news recently that Elon Musk is looking for different blockchain and blockchain teams to work with Doge and to work with X. So Move is also in talks with Elon Musk, which is very bullish for Move. Move actually looks pretty good here. I will say it just came into resistance with this big buy from Trump's World Liberty Finance. So either two options are going to occur where I could see it breaking through after it gets more bullish news after FOMC, and we break above here, which is a great place to long or buy some. Likewise, if we are having a bearish sentiment later today, I could see us coming back down here and consolidating above this level here around 71, 72 cents, something like this. Both great places to pick it up. You could either long it or buy it here, or you could long it or buy it right here. Something like this looks good to me. But yeah, if World Liberty Finance is now picking up Move, that's going to be another one to watch as well. So that's it for the video today, guys. Hopefully we have a good FOMC. We have a video coming out later on this with Maddie, so make sure to check that out as well. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified to see what happens after FOMC today. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow.